Hello everybody, it is I, your host Cinema Kane. Today we are talking War Games. War Games is turning 40 this year. Shall we play a game? And I love War Games. It's a movie that I was probably introduced to way too young, if I had to say, because I don't think a 6-year-old necessarily should be thinking about the existential crisis of nukes from Russia destroying us. But nonetheless, I love this movie. I've seen it countless times, and it's got such an interesting plot, especially for when it was made, because the idea of a kid, Matthew Broderick, Ferris Bueller himself, having the ability and the hacking skill to hack NORAD circa 1983 is simultaneously genius, scary, and funny at the same time. Because it makes you think, were there people in 1983 that could have done what he did? And I said, wow, when you think about it from that perspective, you realize that people who were savvy with computers in that era were probably more in the know than the very government that was using them at that time. That said, the cast of this movie is absolutely amazing. Dabney Coleman, Ali Sheedy, the aforementioned Matthew Broderick. This is a movie that, when I watch it, it takes me back to a place in time, because it is an 80s movie, very rooted in the 80s. But it's an 80s movie before the neon took over, if that makes sense. I think it does. This movie feels more like a genuine experience from the 80s with regard to how it was shot, how it was lit, the art department. Everything about this movie feels genuine, whereas a lot of other 80s movies don't, because they overdid their art production, or they took the neon to a whole new level, took the 80s-ness to a whole new level. I love War Games because of everything it talks about with regard to politics within the government structures of the world, and how they all have a big red button. But I just feel like War Games has a lot to say about what we could do if we would all just stop threatening each other with the big red button. There's a reason they celebrate at the end of that movie, is all I'm saying. So, I'm your host, Cinema Kane. I hope you enjoyed this review of War Games. If you did, don't forget to click like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell notification so you know every time Cinema Kane has a new video uploaded. And don't forget to share this on all your social media platforms in an effort to help me grow the channel to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And I'll see you next time at the video store.